So yesterday I had a video that I needed to clean the oven, and so one thing that I did is I went ahead and bought this baking soda, and this is just the basic baking soda. This happens to be a 4-pound batch from Walmart, and obviously it's a great value brand. And all you're doing really is just putting this on here. It's acting like kitty litter on oil. I'm sure it neutralizes any acids as well. But the idea is you let it sit there and it'll suck it up. And of course, if it's wet, it's like a dressing. I happen to be a nurse, but when we do wound care, we do a wet to dry. And so we literally put a wet gauze directly on the wound, and we put a dry gauze over that and seal it. And what ends up happening is the water, as it dries, it sucks fluid from the wound into the wet gauze, into the dry gauze. And eventually the wound heals really well. But the baking soda acts in the same general manner, in that it just sucks stuff up. And so the baking soda is going to get pretty nasty. This is a pumice stone. And so all I've done throughout this entire thing is just basically scrubbed it with the pumice stone. This is about a quarter of it, and I didn't realize I should have bought two, because this stove was really bad. If it wasn't so bad, I'd get away with one little square. But the guy that lived here was a rather large man, and he cooked all the freaking time. I mean, you don't get that big by being proactive, you know? So the guy never cleaned. So this thing was dirty as crap. That box right there cost me about $4. I think it was like $3.47. It's 2026. So it'd be fun to see this video in 20 years or whatnot. But anyways, this excuse me, the pumice stone is clearing this all out, and so you can stop it and see what it looked like before. But I'm moving all the powder, all the baking soda to the center. I might lose a little bit onto the ground, but I'm trying to work it towards the center so that it will suck up more oil. You're gonna get this nasty crusty stuff, but with the water hose it's gonna wash right off. So let me get the water hose on here, and you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. Dang it, that's inside the glass. And I'm sure I could take this apart somehow. I'm sure there's a way to take this apart. Right here, look, there's a screw there, there's another screw there, and there's another screw there. So I'm sure this comes off and this whole component will come out. I don't see where the other screws are, but there's got to be screws in here that hold it together and hold the handle in place as well. But anyways, the idea is that I just want to get this front cleaned off. It's just so disgusting. I don't know how people can live like this, but they do. So let's turn this off. That's the water hose just running. I should have turned it off. You see there's a streak inside the darn glass. How the heck that happened, I have no clue. But with this little pumice stone, yeah, it's taking a little bit of elbow grease, but you can feel as it goes onto like a grease stain, it'll hit it almost like there's a ridge there of grease, but this thing just sandpapers it down. You can see all that grease on there right now. But with the baking soda like grabs it, so you knock it off, and instead of spraying it all over the place, the baking soda will grab that grease. And so, you know, you hopefully don't have to go over the same spot multiple times. Unfortunately, those grease stains in that glass are gonna stay, because I'm not gonna open this up and clean that out right now, at least. I did not do the baking soda paste. I did go ahead and skip the paste part and just went straight to the baking water with baking soda. I think it's like half a cup of baking soda, quarter cup of water, and then a quarter cup of lemon juice. And so I just got a lemon. I saw other videos where people were just squeezing the lemon juice into some water, and I went to Dollar Tree and bought 2 trays for $1.50. I think they were actually $1.75 now. It's 2026 at Dollar Tree. That's just the way it is. So I'm just going over it, and I'm trying to feel if I'm knocking anything out. I think we got most of this stuff. What I'm going to do is get the water hose and go over it one more time. I can kind of see little streaks on there that go up. You kind of see them right there. And so, yeah, I'll try to clean this off as much as I can. This, I believe, is a glass surface. I guess it has to be a glass surface. It's an oven, and I'm guessing it's a Pyrex, meaning that most likely going to tolerate higher temperatures. So, like I said, unfortunately, there's streaks in there. Who knows what this guy did? How do you do that? I don't know. But that's it. The oven is basically clean. Yeah, it's a little time consuming, but in reality, you know, it's not super hard. I'm just moving this all over again because this baking powder is sucking up all the oil. So if there's anything on the sides here, I want to get it with the pumice stone. Anything on the bottom, we'll go ahead and knock it off with the pumice stone. And badam. This can actually be rust now, but we'll knock off what we can. And I think that's it. We're done. So we'll come back with the water and get whatever else I didn't see off. And once I get like this layer of stuff off the pumice stone, it'll be in more direct contact with the glass, and so it'll knock off more oil. And with the water, of course, the water will carry it off the surface as well. So that's it. We're done. I already did the stove, and I'll do the same thing, except I can't run water in there, so I'll just grab a sponge, and I'll probably have to do it about 20 times, where I get the sponge dirty as much as I can from the stove, go rinse it off, and then do it again, and then go rinse it off in the oven and the sink. But okay, that's it. I'm done. We'll get this, and we'll take it downhill here. This is just baking soda. Honestly, I don't know if putting a base on the earth is good or not in regards to plant survival. But anyways, from what it was to what it is now, God, it looks so much better. So let me get the water and we'll be done. All right, like I said, there's some water in there too. I don't know if you can tell, there's a drip in there. And so that's just too bad. That's the way it's gonna be. All right, thanks for watching.